Okay. Can you start by telling us your name?
Norsang.
His Holiness the Dalai Lama asked us to record the experiences of older Tibetans to share with the younger generation, with the Chinese people and with people in the outside world. And your memories are going to help us to document the true experience and culture of the Tibetan people.
단단한도 때 루규 저와 이 두릅 제한이 가르면지게 람도에 걸으셔서 했어. 니인데 간에 엔지게 간도 단단ペ는 루규 디 엔 갱고하게 마신 하고 말와. 저게 정말 루규 시에서는 소소 루발 대만이도 루규 시에. 니인데 간에 마음보게 저게 베베 저게 야미 저게 덤블링게 엔 하고 했지도. 그래서 이 시스템 마셔는 간데도 내가 전부 인데 간에 가르면지게 단단한도 람도에 걸으셔서 엔도 단단디 좋아지려 싶도.
Thank you.
Do you give permission for the Tibet Oral History Project to use your interview?
That Tibet Yeah, sure.
Thank you very much. If you want to take a break at any time during the interview, just let us know.
If
there's a question you'd rather not answer, that's fine. You don't have to answer it. If this interview was shown in Tibet or China, would it make a problem for you?
No, I won't face problem as this is the fact issue.
Okay, we very much appreciate you coming and talking to us today.
Thank you. Same thing to you.
So
doing this great job, we are very thankful and I very appreciate it.
Oh, well, we're having a very good time. We're learning a lot. So, there's been, quite a lot written about like the history of Tibet and what happened, and we all are very familiar with the historical events. What people don't know so much is what ordinary people experienced in their daily lives, and this is what we're hoping to learn from you.
Yeah, and I was just when we brought up from the age of 7 to 8, I was, as our family is nomad, so we have to go after the animals like yak or a horse or sheep like that. This is our starting life of the childhood.
And did your family own animals?
I cannot tomba samjay here.
How many?
Kaze.
Log tunglo yodire ta log tunglo da ya jani jatandi yore tane.
About 1,000 sheep and 100 yak.
And did you always live in a tent, or did you sometimes live in a house?
ane tajik na dokpa inde kana ejik na nangpura ane khurna bana digo are khangba dinde yere me
ba bana digo
khangba yamara
ba ya khangba yama lograng dogre phide bana digwa lograng dodi korpu gore sala.
Yeah, we stay in a tent, normally one tent. That's it's made from the animals. This is wool.
Wow.
But if you go around with the animals, we have to put a tent with a cloth tent like that. Two tents were used.
There were two kinds of
tent was used. One with the animals, this one wool, and one is a normal as a cotton types.
And when was the cotton tent used? Was that a different time of year?
Kur and tajba nang amara. Semje should the kur pejutangora. Khadu tangora.
Kurda lojongro dabache ni ten digre ani teda ten diva do dikhadurum pejutang mare.
Only summer period or some a few months we use tent. and especially we go for a long gap to other station or something like that place, then we use the tent.
The cotton tent.
Cotton tent.
The cotton tent. So how often would you move from place to place?
And some mangla jibki side kata.
Da yerka dene de da lugran ro mare. Yerka dene log so ni dene so che ane log regal pe durwa. Ginga dene ga da jab dene chene for lugran ju.
Lugran sana?
Lugran dene ba de so nang khamba to ro. Ta khamba serle de chaga yakta dene lugran ro ten jigre. Ten chene ane dawa chik ni the Dawachega and Lugran Road Deshipur. And it is a look at the look cart and the tego, the chete urwa, the Tarango Dogre. Then the opera, the cheddar and the pot, and the Yanki longer.
Yeah, only with except only winter we have to go around far away because we get less of grasses with the snowfall or something like that. We have to go far away for almost 1.5 or 2 months like that. Others we used to stay nearby. And we used the tent like that.
And how many people slept in the tent together?
That forging and me casus gingwara.
Many some dogre, many some demula do mare. Lugran not say that. Lugran do they many some luta, look so near Lugran the Jotic the Zoni or what. That Nanga the Kurd Dapo Jag and the Tikaji goes in the Gorva. They digre. And they may dog mare.
Yeah, when we go for go after the animals. We go at 2 to 3 people together. One used to look after all the needed things like a tent or daily food. Or we used to prepare. Rest of others go after the animals like that.
So the family would split up?
Split it up like that.
And some people would stay behind in another tent?
Yeah.
I see. So let's talk about some of the animals that you saw as a child. Can you remember some early encounters with different kinds of wild animals? Not the sheep and the yak, but with the wild animals.
Tade Chanda, Tuda, Goa, the Tapari Tondo Gare. The Sola go simply rela take Dani or Marwa, couldn't make Tondo Gadigre.
It's the normal life in our this one because as it is open space, all the wild animals just go around nearby, like Tibetan gazelles, blue sheep, Tibetan wild yaks. It's a sort of normal life we used to go around it.
And the Tibetan brown bear, was that quite rare to see?
Tremo de Zaltigri. The written Yorore, written Tumut in Yorba, written that pond in Zaltigri.
They stayed normally in the caves like mountains like that, high mountain and open space where there is very silent like that.
Did you ever see one?
Tonyo.
I have seen, yeah.
Well, tell us what happened when you saw one.
The Tonde then it could Taran, the Tonde, I could dashing money to me, Uncle, you tell you that it is so younger.
We just go away from him that nothing harms us. If we go near or do something, then he try to chase us, try to harm us like that.
So sometimes they would hurt people.
If we are nearby something like that, then he try to avoid us with harming.
So sometimes they would hurt people? You heard that?
Immediately anything, yes, so and witnessed.
Tadane, I can't the Aguture, did Temu Jone and the Ponda Yorova. Kuni, you told Joe Temu Jon, Kuni Mendagan, couldn't Temu say.
One of my uncle and one of and friend, there was a fighting between this one, the Tibetan brown bear, and with the help of the friend and my uncle killed the Tibetan brown bear. This I witnessed from my eyes.
So there were
young under the young I can't that neither poor or neither Amati Agode. Call it Temu Maisum the Swick Jamne, Lapa Pu du Praroga could take Jam the Temu say.
Even one of my mother's brother has faced 3 Tibetan brown bear. They nearby him, and he was finger was all totally cut by the Tibetan brown bear, and he killed that Tibetan bear with his knife, and he killed the Tibetan brown bear.
When you saw the fight yourself between, it was his uncle and his
uncle, yeah,
and there was another man.
Another man,
And your uncle and another man fighting. How were they fighting? What were they using?
That they can't drink the kind of pattern.
The code Timothy gold kerchong gold kerchong Timot Lapa the super yorba. The Timothy Timtok chung to the Nyabri Timo Amati go the ten Lapa Gado. Could take Yabushi or take could take down the ten Pango take the and it Timo say
their Tibetan brothers tried to attack on the face. Because they can use the finger, there is and even they can bite it. So they're trying to attack him on the face. And the little Tibetan bears, small bears, children bears, they were trying to attack on the leg of the uncle.
Oh my!
So here he had got a good knife. With that knife, he can escape by killing the mother.
And you saw this?
Yeah, I saw it.
What were you doing at the time?
Dumbakora Tipara Timugo Erva, Mitchell then Tika go in show for the Tika.
With so big knife, he just cut it from the head to head with that knife.
Wow.
Did it have Pugre? Did it look the dog? That is Pugota, Tangema Agude, Amaga Agurava, Kondo Temo said dedicated, not the Chundu looked the dog.
I was very small and looking after the sheep and like that.
The bear attacked them, right? I think we could establish that. Did you hide behind something? While this fight was going on, were you hiding?
And did anything I would want to be tight to Moyam drink the raw. And take a kill ye beta de catcher.
Not at home, I don't say that the tenny tones of Meso Gamba Labudo.
I was not very nearby. I just saw that when there was talk was going on, and later we witnessed that my uncle did and killed, just cut the knife was hitting on the face. This all I witnessed later like that.
Wow. So that's quite a story. Not many people have a story like that. How old were you when that happened?
That did low piggy, good
8 or 9.
So when something like that happened, and then your family would go back to the tent, they all sit around after dinner, they would be telling everybody the story. It must have been very exciting to hear stories like this.
They always used most people used to say that you are very brave. You came out of the 3 Tibetan brown bear. 3 brown bear was attacking you. You came out of it. It's a very brave man. Some used to say that it's not good sign or something. Used to share.
Not a good sign.
Not a good sign. Killing animals.
Oh, killing animals. Did you ever use, like, once the bear was killed, did you use its body parts for anything?
That demonstrate the gonna demo the any kari that's the shiga del karikache could mix some shot up the picture.
The shop picture mari, Timusha Mari. Papa de go the Papa Bookie Jamnio for the Toto Denil Kudu. Sopa Tosan when the Midzamza Yarva. That the Katie, the Namma Kudu, that Timothy is the Papa. That
doesn't do anything with the flesh. That throw at the flesh doesn't it. They take it off the skin.
Of the skin.
And then
the fur,
they take it to the public gathering that I have killed this and that. They show it with the public.
So it was a very pride, point of pride.
Or something like that.
Bear killer. Do you remember any other stories that you heard growing up from your family? Any sort of stories of adventure and danger that you heard? from your
Shamba
family?
anything rida nyamdula and rida gaga do soba da anything dile chiwa dile miste ko da hagu yuwe.
다 가게 자게 요래. 가게 자게 요래. 가게 자게 말해. 다 정말에 다 자게 말해.
Yeah. Most of people doesn't go for the venture. Some people used to go for the venture with to animals to hunt animals like that.
Did you hear any stories from your father or your grandfather about
And
these
today
things?
anything samje parola rida gya today konyo and hagu yuwe.
드네 라고도 나데 키다 통마뇨.
Yeah, I used to share, but I never witnessed and they never took so much serious like that.
Can you remember any?
Then they came and said, Shamba hagu mande.
kinda 통마.
Not really. Okay. When you went to trade across the border, so he must have been quite close. He must have been quite far in Nari, right? In Ladakh, trading at Ladakh. Can you tell us a little bit about the trading? And
Dingel chung jaga de dress Ladakh sandamla.
저는 간도 좀 말다. 저는 간도 답바와다 저는 빙자 저는 gemba yorwa. 저는 총로 라다 도그리 쿠넬 도그리 아니 대 샤와트들 도 총래가.
Cholo domanyara.
나 도마니가.
I have never been. My father and elder brother used to go the trade nearby the Ladakh and this Himachal and Ladakh.
What kind of things were they trading?
Konduk chung khari kya khir chala khari.
군도 마르 그래 배 그래 차 그래 아니 라이가 뿌여봐 라이 쿨레서 그래 배 그도 들리 총자 그래 아니 마르추라 그도 그래 아니 포라 되는 대총네 블로그 배 그도 라이가 쿨레 그도 그래 대 실라 담바다 다 데다 조다 프라콘 그러와
They take wool of the animals like yak or sheep and like that, and butter and cheese like this. And they even take salt. And in return they take wheat. Wheat, like the whatever wheat, rice or anything from available, they used to take in return.
Of all of the things that you owned, apart from the animals, I'm talking about inside the tent, what was considered the most precious items? Like if there was a fire or a disaster, like the first thing that would be saved, you know, the first thing that your parents would go in and save.
Maybe
아니 다다 멘다데 다 치어티 그래. 다 티타 치어티 그래. 데데 딜로데 데데 다다 멘다 para 멘다 콜라게 para 티 갑살아로 와. 데데 다 체체 그때 가게 온도네 도마르 게메가 가게네네 총세 자샤레 지로 또히로. 데 가게네 거고네 던 게메죠네 데 거 총세 자게 거래요 말 요쇼트네 제요.
Mata nangla kechumbu keje chala dili shimba kariyanta de memda mashi shimba nangla yorata.
Ojo da se da dangi thene ojo ore tungbala.
Nangla pedal khatu shena nangla tik mes chumbu shorata tik nangla kenge chung tangbu khari lenga dure. Nenga
nangla de badal me shore kore yo mare.
Shorwa chungna.
Chungna de tu to ganda pile me shore yo mare.
It doesn't have any started during that time.
Then sanam yo mare pedo.
There is no kerosene or something like that.
No, forget about the fire. It was just what was considered the most precious things in your
Only horse and a gun.
Horse and the gun?
Yeah.
That was it, the gun. Okay. So if they had to save one thing, he would go in and get his gun.
Knives also, big knife like that.
So weapons were very important. Now the weapons were to defend yourself from wild animals or other people who were like, I mean, I guess to shoot animals, hunt animals.
Animals are not used, that is not used to kill animals or like that, just for a protection, self-protection.
So who were you really protecting yourself from? I mean, what was the biggest threat then?
And the Kang Chisha and Sungab Chialaka, Sula Shenot,
bandits?
jagri jagdi dane ta me tupa de jamna te jagri chigri me be demo la te de chigro demo se de do de la ta yerka de genga de ko yam barakhan do char dam do re barakhan de lagba de demo lagba khan do juga se yo ma so ga yo ma yerka nama yerka chigro demo barkap to ro ani tuna so jagro teni sum jo chere.
Yeah, nothing, something like that. If it's fight goes within the people, so that is to be nice kept to protect self. And even it's like a Tibetan brown bears.
The brown bears.
This was the most dangerous.
Most dangerous animal.
So to protect that, we used to keep knife. But one thing is that in winter, the Tibetan brown bears cannot do because due to the coldness, the finger would be just. We cannot stretch the finger of the brown bear, so they cannot attack us.
Oh, because it's so cold, the
so
bear
cold.
can't even open its
Open
paws.
its fingers or something like that. So only in summer.
So they weren't dangerous in the winter?
No dangerous during that time. Only
because their paws were frozen.
Oh yeah, they stay just lonely somewhere like that.
Wow, that's amazing. So were there any bandits in your area?
Jagwa da ti de karwa garo lao de ani gyame ge de tada hasar se de to wa ti to de te yungu yore da yungu ko do tongo re to de gando yumsa ni de ni sa da de ni ge chamya cha yore ani me mango se re ani garo se po ma jeng ko do jeng se ten che.
Yeah, there was no bandit before itself. After
gyame to yore da ti hasar se de.
Yeah, this was after the something clash between the Mongolians or something, not the Red Chinese, that other
the nationalists.
National Chinese. They were running away towards us. So this was the people bandit. They tried to come through our area and then take away everything, and we faced little more some problems.
People from Kham and Namdo.
This is the from national Chinese people came. They came when they were losing.
Oh, the actual nationalists themselves.
They came from the way.
Were coming through,
yeah.
And then they would just like take whatever they wanted.
Whatever their things and they needed and give problem to the areas.
Really, really. So, how old were you when you learned to shoot a gun? How old were you when you learned how to shoot a gun?
In age of 16, 17,
tada sumi de tada mena digoja doya de jamore
ngacha depti dugora
ngaja re jamore depti go to
we used to use a rifle that loaded 5 times at the time and can shoot once in a time. They can just make it a stand and
then put together
we can load at 1.5 at a time. But after shooting it, again we have to reset it.
Similar to the report said that grouping guy.
We don't have automatic weapons like that. Recently, where you are used given by the Americans to Tibetan army. That was not used, so never so.
Were you a good shot?
Good,
quite good.
You were quite good. So when the nationalists came through your area and they're fleeing from the east, did they give any particular problems to your family?
And it did happen. Has to go out there to live raw. They couldn't now and mistake kind of change you. Yeah, in my family did not any face problem from this one. National China. I heard that nearby our village they have faced lots of problem.
I see. And just going back to the animals for a second.
아니 거도 잡아 사야 되면 거도 나라 대 사야 차이게 아니 간도 맨다 야튼 겨도 거도 이 통에 아니 된게 사여면 비야 나라도 거대 사야 되더니 these
people, the bandit people, that not really bandit. They are too facing the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were chased by the communist Chinese. So due to that,
like
it was
refugees,
created.
really.
It was created somewhere like that. They are not really bad or something.
Right, exactly. I understand. So just going back to the animals for a second, were there some animals that were considered very auspicious to see? Like if you saw this animal that was like considered a really good sign, and other animals that was considered a really like black sign?
That's semje yora rida semje and chik semje dithon ota talu temje sangar seta semje dithon temje dogar sing tene bikse yora
semje chare khawa se de ori cha de ori
chare khawa
jamag labya in de rese jak nagbo de ore Dumba para rigo kya sangi sega do. Tate tija leta go
birds.
The pole le so na ti se te medeta re. Ko dokya charge. Tate ta ki dogare sen. Ane ko se le kai andra mana chetani se gore. Ti mazen ko dogar do ti lo yamana te kari chegoni ti dogar ti lo na kari chene mo to de yona kari chene gem ke labya re se do de. और ते नरद पोरो ते गम होतले में तेरे रे तो
हाल छत चले आ
क्या चलो पोरो ते नद पो पोरो या और तेगा दे तेल
छे पोरो चले खास है
दादा जादे ले छे दे जादे
there is like it's one bird it come from the China so it comes to our area
रिपाला दी दोंबाला रिपा तका में pues ते हम रिपा क्या सही
that bird is the bird has only we can on the front of those we can find only bones nothing feather or something like that bird is come to our area we'll feel that this is one of the bad signs so when that bird comes we try to kill him and tie it on somewhere like that if it doesn't kill him then we feel that this year will face a bad sign of not good animals not good to the animals or something disease will occur or something bad sign we used to say so this is the if in our this is like a black crow the Tibetan black crow
but it came from China he said
this chadi kana lingora
gana yugurse gana sab kya re se
is called the Chinese black crow
and what was the thing about the bones
in the front of nose.
In the front of nose.
Only can find open, only bones like that. You cannot find any flesh or covered with feather or something. I have we saw it and I have killed it, that bird also.
You did. And when you saw it and killed it, did something bad happen after that?
None. When the bird comes, we have to kill it. We should not leave it alive. So it's a good option if we get it, kill it. If we could not kill it, we will be signed like a bad. He's meant to come from very far away. He could not fly very much fast or something. So it's very easy to catch him.
Oh. And after you saw this bird and you killed it, did anything bad happen?
That's how the same say, Cherwa. Nothing it doesn't happen to me because older used to say that if you kill that, you should cut the mouth pieces into two sides. And then the black sign will not come.
And the black sign will not come. Wow, how interesting. And was there an animal that was considered a particularly good sign? A particularly good
Chasaya the Chadore. Tati, Chiu Sagari, Chiu Chu, then Damka the Chiu Dua, then the Sagari, and a room Sagari, go try. There is
two birds, which if these birds we just see, we feel that's a good sign like that.
There was a couple of birds.
A couple of birds that if we see that birds, it's a good sign like that.
What did they look like? These lucky birds.
Yeah.
That pattern yaku chunga khari temde khari yaga.
That is nima garab labja yithdo. Ye Gopala said the leg to Gopala chungwa. Or tig labja yithdo.
It is called that in a backward history. It's a backward history like a kharigi like
Gopala.
Gombopal chadmira.
Think Mare. That gave a Gopala the leg party.
It's the backward like healing history. Healing history during that this bird was there. So if this bird you see, it's a good sign like that.
But so, did you ever see one?
Chad Tongyue. I have seen, yeah.
Yeah, you have seen. And what does it look like?
Kande to Chade.
Chade Chungju Dabada, Chungju Dada, yeah, Nando, yeah, Anala Dada. The NATO did the Gomal Jangori door. Or Terra.
It's like a pigeon.
Oh, it's like a pigeon.
Or Terra do in your prayer.
It's a brownish type like that.
So it's kind of ordinary looking. It's quite ordinary looking. It's not special looking. It sounds quite ordinary. I'm just saying to you, it sounds quite ordinary. So did something good happen after you saw this?
It's used to say that this is a good sign, but I never crossed something like that.
You're not sure if it was or not. What would happen, did you ever witness, anybody dying in your community?
That means a tongue the day, the kills to tongue, the day raw. Then I told me the tongue of the cheat tongue. Yeah, I have to witness that the people dies like that.
And what would happen after somebody died? Did they leave the body for 3 days without disturbing
it? I mean the tongues and any Pumbo the end condenser chair. Nimatamokora.
Nimani Nyan Chalpi. So the Chobatani made a shell, put a chambu jan shell kitaki or tentative.
Yeah, it is kept according to the what High Lama says that for 2 or 3 days. Later it will be given to the bird, this one flesh to the bird, this one vultures like that.
Was it somebody in your family who you saw? Was
it yeah, never saw it happened to my family. I used to say that this is done like that.
Was it difficult in the summer to keep the body for a couple of days?
That pattern tonga me knees tongue you may some to the Pungu to the shouts and any chick ear got in the call and it's Kangi Yomar Tawagi. And
pilot didn't tell me.
And our place there is no any hot this one hot or and winter is frozen up.
So easy.
Easy.
So would they take the body and put it in another place?
That
or it would stay in the tent with the family?
Japoro Sadarwa, and it do that the money, then it do, then it short in that then it jan and money, then Chibu Shantanji.
Yes, after they're giving the flesh to the vultures, the family, those are big, affordable, they make a sign for him, peaceful sign, like on the stone they write something, script of the Buddhist script.
On the stone.
Stone, and they keep it on that memory, in memory of him, they do it like that.
And where would they put the stone? Where the place had.
Any caught on the Pumbo churches of the Machagre culture. Yeah, with the family, we used to stay nearby. There is a space for them. So they kept in memory like that for him.
Like a graveyard?
Not gravy. It's just like example, open space. There's a good area. Just keep it over like that. Not the body. name of that person.
Yes, no, I understand.
They write a script, Tibetan script out of
Understood.
stone, and just keep it on the space.
Yeah, they also do that in graveyards.
yeah.
They do. They put it on stone.
But in,
Yeah. So did you ever witness a sky burial yourself?
that pedana tan chal khala te jorwa ta mi khala ka mi shad in the tiu ro and did pa anok kar thong nyu
nga thong ma nyu me so gemba so lap do
I never witnessed giving this
nga de de ta lo chung jo ro thong ma ni tang ban chung le de kun de to chi te nga lu de yang ke jo de lama ten te sa do ma
I never been there or never witnessed.
So for the 2 to 3 days where the body was not disturbed before it was given to the vultures, where would the body be?
The kashi shagun ni sum de any cha ka ta mi thong and sha shi ro chal tig ma ro the khwal shagra ti shaksa ko phung bu
ko ta da ko ra ta da tung sa ja do ro de do ro de ko ra de ko de sha ne ane de phung bu de the reka would that the carena the yo you grow. They tell it to Lama the poor party at Kando, Pechat the Doni, took to part took to say the Pechat or they don't it and Nimating the Khan, the nature me bar Tenikene, go the Kibodella, the Chachomiki, and it Nasha, and it Lama the Tenikene, and it any Nimating Kazakan, take Polokan, and it Chabujai.
Yeah, they kept in separate space for him. There was in a house in this area. In the tent area.
There's an area in the tent.
An area that they make it special for the bodies to be kept. And they'll be lighting a lamp. And whole day and whole night they try to do a prayers by some monk or some who can do something special prayer for him. And the coming next generation to become in good soul or something like that. Prayer was gone until his bodies were taken out.
Were there always monks sort of available? I mean, was it easy to get a monk to come?
That in the Tongway Kala and Gindu, but the they were a Raikal Kapor.
Some of the Rakavore, some of the Letavore. Ta Sopa Jadi, Narazo Gerti Lumbala, Sopa Jam, the Tenene, Tavamoyore. Get it and Tate and Sarah Jani, Sarah Travayambo, then Kaji Gumba, no Tananga get it and Travayor, Gaji Gumbala, Angazo get it at Kaji Gumba at Chagarwa. The Nato Paila, Goba Nivo Yomada. Betarambo. That's all do at anything me up, indeed at the Yore.
And it means I now nearby there is a very rare monk or there is no monastery nearby my villages. We have to go far away from this one village. And if there is something and a monthly, every year, there will be a gathering, social gathering like yearly paying the taxes, yearly any case will be there, land case will be there, that will be solved, every public gathering. During that, all the monks come do something special for a year like that. That time you'll find many monks doing special prayers for that. But in our village, it is very rare.
Rare. So if you couldn't find a monk and you needed, somebody had died and you needed certain prayers to be done, was there someone in your village who was very knowledgeable about these kinds of rites and ceremonies?
That any kind of thonsab yen la ane that tawa dus kombro. Kombo endi kana ene chik mit thop chok thong chena ende torje thanga the khandu ge chinge mit de khewa de yora.
Khewa de da ngakwa de yore choba de ngakwa de yore. Ngakwa da ngema de choba de nga da de ke choba de yore ba. Da de yore de mena de da de ro po jinge de sel shiba po shadu po do ro. Ane pumbo de kya poro sa ro. De kya go da kya poro sa ro de ane de doko mani chimbuya chote jagresla.
Yeah, there is some good people who can do something like ngagpa.
The ngagpa.
Ngagpas were there. They do something special like that. And if there's even we could not find some ladies like that, so we just move away our family toward the monk.
I see.
After this ceremony was taken, the person who is dead, their flesh was given to the bird. What this sky burial was done, they used to go away from them near to do special praise to him.
I see.
Like monk to the monastery like that.
Right. And the ngagpas, like the tantric practitioners, did you ever see them doing anything particularly special? Like, they're supposed to have special powers. Did you ever see any ngagpas doing any special kind of thing?
Digal Tonsegal Tachi, Shabden, Ngagpa Yorwa, Ngagpa, energy torture the top, the Chivaki, mixtake and Nubatu Shawa, the Riches, can I mix it? Thank you.
Then they take Mother.
Being a very young, I have no much knowledge.
Never see.
The simple Shagamother. Jidang Tonga the Nando, Ta Mitungo, Nando Tungo, Tenita, Simki Yenare, Tungo Power Yenare, Namishis Tonsona, Tiga Tatando Yenare, Nangachala Yenare, the Tungo Power Tentuna, Menda Ta, Puratan Lamatane, that Tavacha, Gomba Kayarwa, then it'll be Vajar, because the Chivo the Chid.
Yeah, like in one of our family dies, his belonging, whatever is acceptable, like my father dies, the father, whatever he had, like a knife, horse, or a gun, everything, we used to offer to our one of the believed monk, High Lama like that.
Oh, really?
For his good soul or something like that.
Ah, all the belongings.
All belonging of his
Really?
father, they used to.
All the belongings. None of the belongings would be given to the children. All to the monks, huh?
All the father what he had, example, especially what individual have.
No, I understand. But I'm saying it wouldn't be passed on to the family. It would all be given to the monks, yeah?
That any casual and chang power the yorwa, lakja the current pura and gomatan and so the purgul and the and the chimara.
Purgul for a gomka Jagra. That color in it, then Pavel Tota tea or a Purdu say, Tendo Semje Yorvada, Semje de Gomka with the gun at them on a Babakalo is a dinner, Amakalo is a Pukalo is a Gomka is the Garwa. Babaka the Pura than a Chu Jabra.
Yeah, that normally we used to divide within our family that this is the belonging to the father, this is the future of the children, this is the belongings of the mother. So whatever the father.
So that would be planned in advance.
Before like that. So normally in a family life it's planned like that.
I see.
So if the father goes something despite, they used to offer all this like that. If mother goes by, the mother belonging used to offer to that monk or like that.
What was the most common cause of death in the people who you
that
raised
mistake
with?
they call na chik na thongai mi thongai jora khante se thongwa ta na chik na ta thongwa too much in thong to khante
ta na ja government ayam gare ko the type faila tv se de shira yo mar faila ani den ta da air se da te yo mar ke ta de cho po ko to na de to na de da cho ba ne thong do da ani togo nebada chimba nebada tili tongdu ro na ta damada yongoro ta tili ton mebe je tada chupa che duka inda tv duka inda air se da tili yo more.
Yeah, during that it's a normal death and there is no special death like here we used to hear like air tv or like that. It used to sudden problem of breathing, fevers or something small incidents might be that case of used to due to that sometimes people dies but most of people dies the normal like that.
Just from natural causes.
Natural death.
And if somebody got sick, was there a doctor?
That case thamja ko now there is an amji din yora bala.
Tele imji sometimes imji yore. Takbar ke imji tale umar ya lava se la pa yore. Lava la pa gori ya choba ni chu su ke doa. Tesu ko ne pa no pa de ni no ta tu tu ja.
Yeah, we have some doctors that not very frequently we used to get this treatment. He'll be go around where there are some people on person who has special power doing like lhawa is something protector something like that. And he and some tantric person do something special to them during the illness. So it prevents the illness like that.
Have you ever seen that happening?
In the mix, genetic lhawa ta and ngagpa the chichu ta the chira. The tong new. Yeah, I have witnessed lot.
Many times. Oh, so can you tell us, like, how sick was the person, and what did the shaman, or how would you
The lhawa.
What would the lhawa do, and what happened? Can you give an example of?
And that pattern meeting not the lhawa they want to karikar chiu to khande chiu.
That lhawa de kona tambo jajo de gola de he chigare. And the red ka. They all a chibi chabi sham. Then it link the link the sham. 아니 tene ko chepa cho tene la da ta suma kare baba jagona kore cho kare so so ga kare ta gon tita ane tene ko la ko sal ko pal ta sugarwa tene la ba de tenta la pa ta la nyo tele ta te ba tam de la ta ta dine de na do ane te cha ga cho ga kare do te no ba kare do te cho ra se ta ko no ba na no ba che gare je te sugol na ta te chom do ko je tene ja ko te ko ta.
Yeah, the people when the person lhawa comes, he make some offering to the god with this bowls, small bowls with rice, water, and something like that. In front of this, they keep on something round to card like something like that. So this is the and then the person who's doing that he take his name of his protect name and he start praying. Then after that, the protect, it's used to say that protector comes inside this one.
Inside his body.
Inside his body. So that when he comes inside the body, the other person knows that the protector, the lhawa has got the protector inside body. That other person used to inquiry that. Ask him, now what, my person is there, not feeling well, sick or something, what is be done? Then the lhawa used to inform that this has been done like this and that, inform, and if he can do something, he try to treatment, he give the treatment to the sick person, and if something reason occurred within the minute or something that used to happen.
Within a minute sometimes.
And did I check the lhawa get lap and the any could chew by chugra, chew the lemsa tower in the tongue there. I witnessed a lot like that.
And so when the lhawa would enter the person's body, did their behavior change at all? Did their behavior change? Did they act differently once the lhawa was inside them?
That's la shugura. La shug to connect committee chidan to pay manda there.
Do. La shugura, so go prata para dan then cook the pura yoga, then huge you all number together, cho tenic pattern.
Yeah, when I
could tenic da kura maga la carpana tenic Tate Tibet something like Chotatan, Unetonic Tatan in Medina the Tela, Caparte Donna Bacarona, Chap Cherry in the Lagera. They never did Don Ladone. The Daco did Jimgo and Jimgo, no people that could figure it.
Yeah, when the protector comes inside the body of the lhawa, then he starts shivering. And all the bodies with unbalanced, he jump here and there and say, now I'm here. What you want? Like there's something. So the other from the people said, you are our protector. Please protect this person. He's getting illness, this and that. So this lhawa come nearby the sick person, and he tried to cure him and do that whatever is necessary, and the person get cured something. Like
when the person was talking. You know, while the lhawa was possessing them, was their voice different? Did their voice sound different to their normal voice?
They talk like a normal type, but it's like a religious words like they use.
Religious words.
Words were used within the not like a Nechung and Pandelamola. There were something religious where we cannot understand, only few can understand. But this talk will be understood by most of the normal people.
Most of the normal people can understand it. And then, how long would this procedure last? How long would the person be?
It takes almost half an hour to 20 minutes to put that.
20 minutes. And afterwards, did the person remember the experience? You know, did the person remember, like, having had the spirit inside them?
kalong na gurwa ngara jol ta ten chore no ba ten chung no ba te chi gu dos la pa go na ten tanu la go te pa gu ni pa gu dos te mene chore no ba ten chong gas ti ge kare na chore te sab ma ga sabda ma sabda sor gu dos sa ma ga la sor gu dos ani chore no ba kare chong ne ten che dos ani de no ba kare chong ne ko go de ke gang ro te ngara su go la ba song ro ta te ko yo la thonda de ga ten la ba song gu de pa la bo.
Yeah, the person doesn't know whatever he has said. So we have to tell him that you said this and that. And if again he have to be done this same practice, practice, you have to tell it that you have told you have to do again twice. Please continue to for twice.
If it wasn't,
something like
clear
that,
or
clear, or if he has said that you have to do continue to do this very serious matter.
If it was a very serious matter, he might have to do it a few more times.
They have to remind him that you said earlier this and that and everything. Then he said, then okay, we'll accept it. I'll try to do next time this and that.
And was he very, very tired afterwards?
Ta kajini kala khado kabudu tangme kala pe kala kabudu ko pe talu jal mat de chaware ta phaira de chawayo marwa ina kala kabudu ko kari ne de ta la de pura ye pangon on that kawai shobru goro ti kami the go tare de dumba pura do lo de dumba la pang la tore pol pe kami the do kabudu ta jib ja de pura cha de te la pa shegru de te la to pa tondo de te yang nang ki ni ma na ki le
sa thang chawa tang ma ta pet ko thang cha de kan
la tondo ne to bodo
kimar da
kimare
ala tang thanda la tang
la tondo de ta ko la para po de peptaro la deni che la po pepta de te o nang ki na ma nang ki le
yeah before he's doing the practice that when the practice was inside he get lots of problems. Like he face our face was totally changed and very tired, and that was what doing. As soon as the protest was just gone away or vanished or something like that, then he used to become cool as much as normal person. When totally it was completed, there was nothing changed between as normal person. He doesn't get tired or nothing feeling was there.
When you said
la po pep go koranga teni yo teni po pebra ke de kora to kya ja go tarwa ngara de kina tar de je de la po de kora to karanglo pep de go de ke ko ngema na ke ranglo ja de to ngema na cha do go tare
something when the protector was just gone away or vanished away, the person being a normal like that.
And when you said that his face changed, did he look like a really different person then when this was going on? He looked really different.
The eyes were very big, looking very big, and we had, all the face was red, and something dangerous we looked like, something like that.
Was it quite frightening to see this? It sounds a bit frightening.
That is time I'm Shenana mixed in there. Yeah, if a certain person come and across that, they'll get lots of fear. But this is our routine. There is no doctor and no treatment. This was the routine within this community. Really? So I don't get much fear.
And how was the Lhawa dressed? How did he dress?
Lhawa ke energy part mixed it tulok hari kari Lhawa la
Lhawa korazo tada tonga de kongdoa. Ani dongda re kongdoa. Korazo tada lama de trawa de korazo namda chudo. Lhawa de tonga de ni te chu. Ani dongre te ne te Rayman na de kap. Ani tani chene ko de la pamdoa. Choba cherchem chugdoa. Tani director tani sa garo de ringa de ko tani nyomdoa.
Yeah, starting the person has to wear on the top, it will be something special, yellow dresses or something dresses. Then on the top, he just cover his head, black hat should be covered with some cloth. Then when he has a bell and one drum.
Damaru.
Drum or damdaru.
Damaru, yeah.
Damaru and bell.
And bell.
Bell. You have to use that, and suddenly when the protector goes inside the body.
la matane sorka pide den kora set kemcho then kora the la den kyo hewo da tani the chuk chit do.
When he was asking the prophet to come inside his body, he has to do lots of prayers. He has to do lots of offering to the God. And this was done, and during that time, before the prophet comes inside the body, he shivers a lot. And after the prophet goes inside the body, then you have to wear something special through head cap, like that. Something caps were there on the head. That is to cover the face and something like that. There is something special for that lhawas. That was the main lhawas symbol or something like that. That was worn, and after the completing, the prophet goes out. That product is the head cover will go off like that.
Midla said the Kenda the pay the one. Ringa the the lad the Mada did the cook Ringa now, you only Chinik Piatin Medoa. Talabra the Lapa, the delicate, that the said Jamra Lapa paper so that the Lord Joke say Lapa, so the that on the Ringa the go color days of the Yell my yol my Gap Shiva Tere day.
Yeah, it's like that when the protectors come inside the body, if they wear something on the head. If he just during that the protector inside the body, he jump a lot, he shakes lots of the body, doesn't fall it out.
Doesn't
fall it out. If the protectors go away, then the automatic the hat to come out and just leave on the hat, just fall down like that. It was something special like that.
Was the hat heavy?
Not hat. It's like something caps or something like just you can image there. This like something like that.
Was it quite heavy?
Then it's just Kubar with the sort of Ngayo. Don't say Aeon Gabs Ngayo.
It's something the correct sir.
That is
made by wooden.
Sugar the
Wooden and something like cloth, thick cloth like that. It was made in
La. Good than a tango to
it's like a thanga, a cloth with the hot, thick cloth we are used to wear on it.
And the remedy that then the protector would, give for the sick person, whatever he thought would help to cure them, was it medicine, or was it like spiritual practices that the person?
Ani ringa tani dupa duga tani koran demne lagi non demne darete du de ringa tele dibda ke nani ga gap gyan ani ke ani ga chi sha tani tong lagore ani gep jaya de ko gep duro da oten ke subo to yo den bo yo yoro ta tedolar ko tani ani do chuga tani mar da tani chude tani ngap chu tani shagare.
Yeah, there is no any medicine. It was given a spiritual system like that. Example, if you want to cure, if someone was there or something hurts was there, then you are asked to bring a butter. On the butter, he tried to give a blessing like a spit, just throwing the spit on that. And then he asked them to put it on the body. Or sometimes if a person is like unconscious or something, paralyzed, something like that, then whatever he is worn on the head, there is lots of cloth lying on that. They cut it that cloth and just say you burn it on the fire and just keep around the body and it will cure. This religious practice was given to him.
That lhawa said that one mandata reduda.
I feel it was very special for the.
Gare is ta katonjo said the word bid. Bid the lhawa the Zada Lopa lhawa comes in the Kano is the Guru Muji Debare said or then it cook Burdo told it that don't want to cook. May the children may not have that thing on sugar say do that. Or that they give Gaga the coach better give them the she's not going to try it. Burdo to do Burdo tongue do that they bid the German and Tonjo the car Tonjo love do. Subto Toya said German and make the subdo do. T. Tozona and it could give Gaga do lava. Give Gaga that could love lhawa munda ina pura thadu da tini kinanga the ma tonjo cho rabiyo.
Yeah, it was also during that time there's like a smallpox type like that. If a body was around that, it's very hard to cure. So the lhawa used to come and just lick all the stone. And lick also it's a really good lhawa. Within 2 days, its result comes, everything vanished.
And the lhawa didn't get sick.
And lhawa koral and chigmar did.
Chigmar ko goyi wala. Tibet the la koral shedu was there one. That made mere la part the la take shedu was there.
It used to say that this is not it was taken by the protectors, not by the man. So man has nothing to do with that.
Was it always the same protector, or was it different protectors that used to inhabit the lhawas?
The lhawa the sunga the local
La.
Lhawa so sunga There's a different types of the protectors for each lhawa.
Each lhawa was specialized.
They used to make them. Lhawa has a different.
They had a relationship with a particular
lhawa
protector. And okay. So just to clarify, you were just saying that there was each lhawa would have a special relationship with a particular protector. So was in your village, like how many lhawas were there approximately?
And lhawa that's also sumar yorwa and kira thongset dinala and lhawa khajas ya tidi kabla.
Lhawa mango yore. Ti malo de la khagas.
During that time there was lots of lhawa instead of the monk.
There are lots of them.
Now there's all very rare lhawas.
Now it's very rare. And would a family have a certain relationship with a certain lhawa, and like this is our lhawa, you know, and he's the guy we would call, you know?
In the lhawa the Tibetan lhawa mango ra, ding handu ke lhawa re khonju ke lhawa sa dide yore, that lhawa the khonju maji chu khan.
Lhawa sa tu na family. Lhawa ko lai te hamare. Ta neba che na de.
That mata suma su to kam.
So yomare. Ta da ngara su girte pai te pura suma che para te so gar me be. Te tare ta de garwo te te de te ka yomare. This woman says, Garazo, Lada, and Laparate, Tibasogora, get the pay, made the Parala Tibasogre. And it is so little and silk line at the Lava in Pedal, Menata, and Ketang, maybe so much of Matani Omar.
During near our village, we are protectors. One, we devote only one, is the same protector we used to we practice the same protectors. So all the villagers were same protector we practice. There's no any person, this is our and he and that. Everyone can call them anyone.
So the protector of your village, what was the name of your protector?
Suma di thongset ki kala and suma di kharik suma mi suma kala.
Suma de ta so la de kaje gene ke te gore ne kaje gene ta te ma jena to kete te gore.
Ane shamba.
Ye garbo te yo mare.
Mate me ki suma khala.
Ta pande la mo to gore. Pande la ma che so gore. Pande la mo che ane suma kangre lapte to wa.
Kangre lapte.
Oh, kangre lapte de so gore. Pande la mo so gore. Te gombo so gore. Gombo perna yaro. O gombo se so gore. Ane salu la che sangba karu tengre. Then la te gore la jila ta tengre.
Yeah, we in our village we practiced on the normal protectors named like Pandel Hamo, Kangri Hapte, Gombo Bedna is a karma path protector. And Saint also used to say there is one protector named Saint. This was all practiced in our village. This is the same practice. This is all the protectors we practiced.
Sen wasn't Sen like a monster?
Huh?
I thought Sen was like a monster. Monster, you know, like a demon. Can you ask him?
The suma khanded
the suma the marbo to it.
It's a reddish like something you used to practice on the reddish style like that.
Is the Sen a kind of demon?
Demon means
not demon, monster. A very scary creature.
And the sunga the chapu shoot in the mara.
Chakure?
Yeah, it's very dangerous or something frightened like the protector.
Can you describe the Sen a little bit more?
Say call a dish case, mix a guy.
Me.
I have no much knowledge.
Okay. And so Did you ever get so sick that a lhawa was called for you?
And Choran na and lhawa ke ta the mix the touching you.
Deva chenyo. Tata tukwa lawi jayo. Ko la pamyo.
Yeah, I have been a practice one of the persons still in 6th camp. And we have a relation with him. He has done practice to me.
When you were in Tibet? Or
Polo di la mongo yar nate ko kap ko dogre la pa ko nagin da me bugu de tega de kap ko don be jo da tene manyo re.
I have never faced any such incident. We used to go and see the
ye pawa to na de lhawa de ya da lhawa da dole da lhawa problem mongo to no ya.
Because my father faced some problem, so he usually the lhawa come to our house and used to see all this.
So, but never for
faced
him.
in Tibet.
So you saw he came for your father. What was wrong with your father?
Pala kharinar did.
Pala tugzer se de kokwa no na to jima ser ka do.
It's a poison, something like that, food poisoning or something like that.
Te lhawa la pam tare.
So it cured by the lhawa.
Really? And do you remember what the lhawa told your father to do?
And they took the show the gana lhawa ke khari law did gana.
Lhawa jip jagar.
And shabak labe khalla.
Ta de simply the sabda and then ga ma gan di no bache do sagre. No bache ne ti ko gora gaya joga do kor lhawa kor te chu ne thadu do.
Yeah, during that time my father was food poisoning that the lhawa did he just sucked. He took out this one sucked with the drum. They keep the drum in the where this to be sucked on the jib kolja. He kept on the stomach and he sucked the disease, food poisoning, and it cured. And said that this is happened because you never do your this one your areas protected. You did not devote them or something. Practice did not give practice
offer
to
proper
them.
devotion
to them. So due to that angry, you have occurred this on that.
And people always got better.
And Rawa Lapamne, one that makes them go tar before there.
Trahora,
Matawa can in the tenure. Madana.
The lower take pa madana ni pagutu. Lava de Santo Kai, lava lower somebody ten pagutu. Lava the lower take madana ni tontadu.
Yeah, they say one time lava was treated. If it doesn't occur, we do second. Within third, no problem. It occurred 100% that time.
And when your father had food poisoning, just one time?
That the power line said seduction like ba.
Lower ni powder.
Twice. How sick was your father? Was he really sick?
No shoe there.
It was
almost to die.
Really?
After that, Lhawa practiced, and he was totally fit.
So, okay. So then I would imagine then that making proper offerings to the protectors was considered very important in your community.
Ta did it susu lumba ke any ta sungma ta yorada yula da dileke any sweat ketchum shoots or yeah, it's very important to devote our areas to sun protector or whatever it is.
La sungma dada is all thousand chupe janona puratani kola lama sorka pet jibji serchanda samusorga da puradwa that is so yoyo there is practice
over here also, even do more something in Lamula, that Lamu practice, whatever practice, protective practice was done. It's usually like this.
So does it work as well in exile as it did in Tibet?
Means?
Does it have as... He was saying that every time people got better. Has this the people who are doing this practice, is it as effective now as it was back in Tibet?
Yeah, there is one person who practiced here. He helped a lot of people.
He's in Mongud.
In Mongud, yeah. In staying in 6th camp nearby Ratu.
Can I have his number?
Quick and called Devachitra. sure you can get.
How was the lhawa paid?
Lhawa any carriage cutting that few raw.
That could not own the Rewa. That Biva Karjam, so the same child, Kazabiva Jamor. Did they see your Marikunde?
There is no limitation how much to be offered. It's according to the self-respect got it or something benefit got. There's no this one.
We've never heard anything like this before. This is really, and you said that you had nothing to say. See, you just never know.
And yeah,
so interesting. So I think we need to get to the Chinese. So your village, Graze, what happened in your village when the Chinese came?
Like gazelle raw, any gazelle, any gamit layer tango, gamit hadu tons raw, then culture.
That gamit tango tongue, not to pay like this and Yemen live was a not to Tunzura, Tunzub Nalakina Le Manure. Then a poor the Saikone, and the poor the get upon the Tata Dura. Ladakh, they were showing Cosa Angavarwa. Yerka the Tata do pull a logo maybe. Ginga de Latal degree. Both are the Tamu, Aras Pilum, but the Tamu, that would get Paula, Kang by Jape, Kuda Angawa, Kone Angawa, teach and a Karategore. That the Niki long, they tell Lotela, that a Gamic call out a pratic of God, get the call out a pratic of the call out the pratic of the Gamic Labe, and a call out a pratic Yagadodi. They shake the Mago, the Tumbakaji, maybe pratic of it. That they can get the Gambur jump trade, it's a Gavioma. The Pora Corson Polam, time or the girl said, nice shitting in Republic coming a call out at the Jagger maybe. Now my conical at the Jagger Maze, Gambur to the jump trade, so got the way to it. That's I can the power to gain good said the call out at the Jagger, the Chandala, Doyer. The Jammer. That call out at the Jagger to do. Call out get the pond, call out the yard, and they get the pond, Tagara Gamu talked on it, pond the second.
He had a look at it.
Turning up to argue the pool has a Michael said it.
Yeah, it was before the it captured the Lhasa. In our this one area, chief administrator used to stay in the winter. It's very cold in our area. He used to stay in Lhasa because he has the 5th position post he has in Tibetan government.
The 5th highest post.
So he can go have a stay during the winter in Lhasa. He has all the facilities. And during summer he come back and stay in our area. So that during that period the violence was going around the Lhasa and this and that. That time then the chief administrator got information from the Chinese authority that you all should hand over all the weapons to us.
To who?
To the Chinese government. The Chinese government order to
the leader of the area to inform the villagers that they should surrender their weapons.
All the different weapons. So he told all the people. He said then all the people just surrendered all the weapons. But there were 2 or 3 people who said that we are not going to surrender the weapons. We are ready to sacrifice, not even our flesh. If we are ready to sacrifice, even the bone is left, we will not surrender our weapons to the Chinese. We are ready to sacrifice anything, he said. So, and
then get the point, don't say, don't do loud. Your lawyer, my lord. Call out the big door. Tell the Tanita, Nimalata, come Johnny, then Jamaica, then come to the drink that but I thought combat to the shit tone, and you to Yoda, turning on to that, Yamda Yamda. Car certainly, Tadagoro Cortianara gets along by Saturday, Jimmy Motor, good at the Kamba, Nija Sumjatama, Tonga, the Tenileto. Then they come back turning on to Lumba, combat named the Manguyore. That Kaji when they tonic, Jimela. Poker to Menda Gabjam say so, Kajin Tro Tarso, that Gandu Tanala, Yankundu, that Gandu did somsore. Gamek somsore. Samai da namupra somtata ruru keshane. Ani gamek ta chundo gete de ina chundo tene lokchu wa da mare donda kene kono goyo da chana so loso teju pe chana so ngada ringlo tene chagi goyo marse pe maze chi go de tene somre ta. Ta yer ta dawa ngato tene che kono loso gyan ka kene ginga de ta paro so atela gaur mujhe ta jagal chiji no ta ani metha ma to do gorta jagal lumbal to do gore ani phone tene ke ngara so phai metene kai kai to ani gerje me mangu to do gore ani te gando tene kal kal ten thong.
Yeah, during when we handed all the weapons to our chief administrator, he took all the weapons and surrendered to the Chinese officers. So during that, our administrator was given a food poison, and he was killed by the Chinese authority.
He was poisoned.
Poison was given to him, and he was dead. He was dead. So later there was violence going in Lhasa. Many people were coming towards our areas, like suffering a lot. Even Kham people and Amdo people and many people coming toward us. And so during that, we people faced lots of problems like
Shortage.
Somewhere people those are escaping from the where they faced problem and they came nearby us, and this all we faced. Suddenly we came to know the His Holiness was left. Then we followed this one to this one. And before that, Chinese authority came and said that now you are means you have accepted our decision to surrender the weapons. You are something good fellows. You are not against our other Chinese. So we are going to give something. We are going to teach you something, and we are going to make you all equality. And we are not going to. We are going to give us something free like that. Before you used to suffer under the power of Tibetan authorities. Now there will be a lot of changes. So you better stay like that and stay together like that. They were giving lots of advice like that. But when we heard that His Holiness was left, then suddenly many people are living to the exile. So we followed with them.
The three men who decided not to surrender their weapons, what happened to them?
Ko lagti ma jab jagal lo machar thor chhod itta de acha te de gem samsore
so acha
de po te ta am ga aguro
gebori kap
gembori kap thare jagal lo mathare ko la ja para jagal Tibet nge po te nge am ga aguti ko la cha chala tani jagan de gem samsore.
My grandfather was one of them. My grandfather was that. He was caught by the Chinese.
His grandfather was one of them?
One of them.
His grandfather,
did not surrender the weapon.
His grandfather?
Grandfather. Did not surrender the weapon. And he was captured by the Chinese authority. And he saw, and ko khaj thongra. And there is no information what was happened to him later. And rest of the two people were escaped to the exile, and they surrendered the weapons to the Indian authority people.
Your grandfather, did he try to persuade your father to also not surrender his weapons?
And the kolakja ke palagi any chik kolakja to chik gab ra.
Ngando kolakja je kamba kaji kamba kare teni kamba chala ngando game sunzar.
Yeah, also all of our weapons was taken by the campus people.
Oh, the campus.
They snatched it there from by the campus.
The campus. It's always the campus causing trouble.
Teni game ke kondo kaya marwa game ke tei gorwa game tei unde kondo kolakja gorwa. They kondo nganda game tunde kama gamdal nganda game sunzar. They shorter.
Yeah, because they are also facing lots of problems, so they need all this weapon.
Yeah.
So
there was nothing to surrender.
Instead of surrendering to China, it's better to surrender to the campus.
Exactly. Yeah, that was a good situation for them. So, do you want to tell us anything about your escape journey? What happened?
다 자가다 겸이 산담 레두로와 다 되니 겸이 모टा 되니 용고 세나 되는 것도 세나 세 람가게 세리야던 니모 포 레싱 캬네 세나레 다루르던데 아니 데 로르카는 크로체우로와 로르카는 치프라 포르토 담 cheted suksaje ani purache gado purachena to sana dhamakara nivokal nyen ani krocha.
Yeah, while crossing the road, it was very dangerous that on the road is crossing is very because in the day we have to hide in the bushes, in the night we have to come across the road. So there was a lot of Chinese people going around it. So at the night before just crossing the border, we have to tie our dog's mouth if they bark or something like that.
Like make a muzzle.
Muzzle that tie with the ropes or something that doesn't make a sound or something like that. With the sound, it Chinese will capture. So certain we have to face problem, and then we tried to escape, and we came to the Indian border.
Wow! And which border did you cross?
Sandam khawani hoya.
Ngoche lango se den Ladakh sandam ne. Ngoche se doa.
Ngoche se khawai ne.
Ngoche se Ladakh de gyami sandam re.
Etkan da Ladakh la juro.
Ladakh ne de gyagar geta sandam te ngoche ne re doa. Teni gyagal le doa. Pajo ne teni ngando ting de jangba dan jangan da ti sa jare doa. Jangan da ting de rawang se doa. O ti sandam te ne re doa.
It's from Ngari route to Ladakh they came.
Ladakh. There was very few people who came that way. Was it because there weren't many people who lived in that region? You hear very few people who
Come from Ladakh?
Well, who came through that route out of Tibet.
Yeah.
You're always hearing people going through Assam or, you know, or obviously Nepal, but very few
all
people
the
came
Ngari
through.
people used to come from Ladakh. That's very sure.
But maybe a lot of them settled there because I never.
Because it's very nearby and used to go by the traders on this way.
Yeah.
To trade to the Ladakh, you come to this way. So they don't know that this road is to the Indian border or something like that.
Okay. And did your family make it out safely?
And Namipura and Tharwat.
Thar.
They all safely came in exile.
Tata ngando singbu phomodo ti thare mare amati ta yore. Mago sodo re.
Amaso.
Ngando amati yore amati ke pingya phomodo yore. Tele phomodo yore. Tango koraso jimini nangde de doga. Tene khaga dojo ti phomode koraso ametal de yore ti thare mare.
All the jimini re.
Re.
Yeah, my father has 2 wives. And one wife was left there with
Amate mora yenda choga yore.
Then later she got another husband, and eldest daughter was left with my mother. It means my first mother or second mother, whatever it is.
Oh, so you have 2 mothers.
Amani or yeah, 2 mothers.
Asura.
It's called auntie, used to say.
Called auntie. Do you have 2 wives?
Ngala kimini me
No, I have no.
Just one.
One.
One's enough, yes? Okay, well, it's been really interesting to talk to you. Thank you so much. It's been fascinating.
Yeah, we share those. I miss the chess.
Thank you.
I just want to ask a couple of questions. Well, what was it like for you to talk about all of this today?
Jamling chapra cheteba rewachi jagavos ane cherazo changoro buji kading eten ngone ton cherazo ten tona cheba de pe mas gacho chimada pe tuji che sishirach.
You are taking so much interest on a Tibet issue, and you are trying to bring this issue in the world. Is very helpful to us. We are looking very forward that this goes to throughout the world, and the Tibet focus issue will become to the many peoples like that.
Definitely. Have you shared your experiences before much about your time in Tibet?
And the Mishabala and Chicks of the Mishabala and Shenyua.
Shemanu. And it's Kero singing the Mado, Yoga that is Shemanu. Gingo look at the Naras that, but Chapura. Chapu long this, so the Chapu put a dota the Tigba river, the Mepeka, Ogo Marwa. That then one toning. One day, Luchunga de Ning and Daisy Jago with the Yorwa. They Yomarta, traveling in the Shingy Yomarte, so Tugulanata, and the Pamato Tenicere, Caletani Jabre, and it Jagartona Tenicale Jabre says the Pine and one ton Tenicang Jenny Yomre, Member one tonic, Hambasani Yungu to get to the Chongo, the Tenic Daisy Jayorwa. The Yomar Jawar with 2 cutting, Pula Labdani.
I never try to share anyone because if I share to the youngsters, they say your brain, the green brain. No one hears to me. We used to. I wish to share sometime to my youngsters like that. All people face lots of problems while coming there. Like on the way, they with the hunger they cannot. They eat their own shoes like that. Such tradition has faced. We would like to share someone, but no youngsters try to negligence from us. And I have never shared, so I never care or never shared to anyone like that.
I think when they get older, no one's going to listen to them, and then they're going to know how it feels. I have to ask you one more time, if this interview was shown in Tibet or China, would it create any kind of problem for you?
No problem.
And can we use your real name?
If I get a problem, I'm ready to share myself to the contribution to our nation or something issue like that. I'm ready to share, and I thank you for that.
And is it okay to use your real name?
Yeah, sure, you can use the name.
It was a real honor talking to you. Thank you.